Hello and welcome to another update video about Doge. Doge is currently following our projections, and so far the price is still heading down lower as it seems. Also here the last move up was very corrective. However, it has peaked above the last small swing high, so I cannot formally label this move as a triangle anymore. However, that doesn't change anything really, because the forecasted move was to the downside. The break was to the downside, that break to the downside happened. So we are going to take a look at what it could mean in this video. Also, what I would like to do, I would like to change this move to the downside here a little bit structurally. At the moment, we count the move down as an ending diagonal, and it seems to last forever, take forever. This move down that started back in November. So since then, we have been in a constant downtrend. Our forecast has been for further downside, and the idea is still that we will go down lower, and my forecast would be for the price to at least reach 5 cents. Now, I would have to change my view if the price breaks above resistance at 6.9 cents and breaks out of the wedge pattern to the upside. But at the moment, there is no need to. So I will take the micro count out. I will just make a small change, because I think we're dealing here obviously in this third wave of the ending diagonal, which is a 5-wave move. We're dealing with an ending diagonal in the C wave of the third wave. So it's going to get a very complex count. Whenever we have a complex count, you need to understand that we have to be ready for potential changes in the microstructure. So, you know, don't treat it as too predictive. But so far, I think it's worth just to label it as a diagonal, because it's certainly not an impulse that's unfolding to the downside. And also here, this last move down has been increasingly sloppy. So I did have it labeled as an impulse before, but I think we're actually dealing with a diagonal, which just simplifies the count a little bit, even though it's a complex count. But we got rid of 1-1-2 setup. So we would have 3 waves down in wave 1 of C. Then we had a very weak wave 2. Then I would argue that this here could have been the wave 3 already. This here the wave 4, and we might now be in the wave 5. I will have to change now the wave degree a little bit. And we put it here. So that would simplify it a little bit. And it would mean that we are probably coming down here for our chart in this 5th wave now. Yeah, I mean, there are different ways, again, how this can be counted, but I cannot formally count it as a triangle. Well, I might be able to actually, so maybe it is a triangle. It's just that, you know, can we trust this? Obviously, invalidation with a break above the last high. So normally I would have had the triangle here. No, let's not count it as a triangle. And it could be that this wave 5 here itself is an ending diagonal. And, you know, we need to be careful with this, not to over-label this stuff. But I still label it here just to give you an idea of a roadmap. But what I mean is we don't want to over-label it, because you fall into a trap of over-analyzing. But obviously here on the channel, we also want to keep it a little bit entertaining. Nevertheless, don't necessarily try to put too much focus on these micro counts. Don't try to trade the count, trade the pivots. And this seems to be moving rather in a descending channel now. And this seems to work much better, to be honest. Okay, so I'm watching that channel now. One more low might be enough to complete here wave 5 of 5 of C of 3. And yeah, I mean, the next low could be enough to complete here this move down. Then we should still see circle wave 4 and circle wave 5. The downtrend is still ongoing. Looks very corrective though, so it makes sense to label it as an ending diagonal. And ideally, we go in this move down below the 5.6 cent level, and there is not too much more room left. That would be ideal, because then we have 5 waves down in the C wave, and we will at some point be able to conclude complete the third wave. Then we should still get a 4th and a 5th of the 5th wave eventually. Yeah. So there is still a little bit more room to the downside overall. Seems to be coming down in slow motion, extremely boring, nothing exciting at the moment. All the rallies have just been corrective, and I think this is a count that works just much better. Okay, that's my update about Doge. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.